Order. I am now unmuted. Is that okay?
That's great.
All right. Okay, we're going to call the FDPC meeting to order. If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for being here. So especially here on an August where I know things are really getting hot and heavy for start of school year and everything else. So thank you. So I will promise to try to go through things as efficiently as possible. Of course, I say that, and the first thing I'm going to do is something off the agenda, which is I am going to read a nice thank you note that we did receive from people getting a tour today. And it says, HCC, many thanks for coordinating our tour of the Heritage Center. A special thank you to today's tour leader, that was Suzanne, and Georgette, and all the volunteers who devote their time and energy to the Heritage Center. The residents of McCandless are fortunate to have such a wonderful facility in our community. Thank you, Linda Powell. I thought that was a great way to get things started. So nice thank you note. As far as past and upcoming events, it's not on the agenda, but I did want to talk real briefly. How did the last speaker go? That was the Parkview Riding Academy. Because I do think it was a first to have a mini horse at the Heritage Center. So I just want to get up. What did folks think of it? I'm a little biased because obviously we use Wanda for some horseback riding lessons. I thought it was great. So I loved it all, but I wanted to hear what other folks had to say.
I thought it was interesting. I think some of the things that go on over there, you don't see it, but she was talking about that the horseman was floating all the way down to the road. And
they get so much.
They had to bring in triaxle trucks.
Don knows about that.
Yeah,
Don was hired to do that before.
That was kind of interesting because almost unwittingly, the photos and all the things she talked about sort of like the park history too.
Right.
It's
intertwined.
And it was really intertwined. And I thought it was really interesting. She showed these pictures of North Park and there's no trees.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm using the little clip for the.
Yeah, to me, I thought it was a good mix of having what I call the hyper local, which is literally we have speakers who are just, right here, as well as some of the others, wider topics. But I loved having the very hyper local. Hey, there's Jerry. Hey there, Joe. And by the way, I did get corrected many times. It was not a pony they brought in. It was a mini horse. So it's a mini horse, which there is a difference.
There is a difference, yes.
Yes, so I did not know this.
But one has an extra vertebrae.
That is good, Don. Good.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what she said. Oh, the pony or the horse.
That is correct. I can't remember which one, but they did. Yes, so I got corrected multiple times on this. All right, so more up. Again, we'll try to continue to mix up the hyper local and the more regional. But I thought it was a good mix to be able to get in. So thank you all. All right, next, the August 5th, the National Night Out recap. So I'm not sure, Abby, do you want to give a quick update? I thought, at least from my perspective, we had a steady stream of people, lots of questions.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious from your perspective what you thought.
I think the whole event was wonderful. We had a lot of people there. It was a beautiful night. And Rob so kindly staffed the Heritage Center booth. So we had our t-shirts on sale that evening. Wasn't really a shopping crowd, but it wasn't that kind of event anyway, so that's fine. We had some memorabilia from the emergency responders in McCandless. So thank you to Suzanne and the other Wednesday volunteers for pulling that information together for a display. So I was pleased.
Agreed. Yeah, and Suzanne and the volunteers did the hard work of getting all the stuff together and getting it all set up. I just stood there and just answered questions, but they did a great job on it. Oh, that's true. It was a hot day, but it was a great night. It was a really good night. Any other feedback on that? All right, tomorrow we do have City Steps, so I do intend to be here. So this is the author of the book City Steps, which is going to talk about the architecture, some of the architecture in the Pittsburgh area. And so that should be a good one. I know we have several people signed up for that. It is the first day of school for NA. So just, I know that might be a challenge for some folks, given the timing for tomorrow. But just to let you know, I will be here for that. And then moving into Community Day, that's coming up on the 13th. So Abby, do you want to give a heads up on that?
Yeah, we'll have a similar setup as we did for National Night Out. So we'll have a booth down in the main location of the event, right behind the town hall. We're gonna have information about the history of McCandless and some other things that the volunteers will pull. We'll have our t-shirts on sale and same setup. So we'll need volunteers to staff that. And then the Heritage Center will also be open during the day from 1 to hopefully 7 or 8 o'clock.
Okay.
During the duration of the event, so.
I hope we can get some volunteers. I really don't want somebody sitting down. Now the weather is wonderful now. But I mean, you know, to sit there all day in that heat that we had,
Yeah,
I think would not be good. So I thought maybe somebody could do 2 hours and 2 hours and come up here and then maybe even go back. But we could use a lot of volunteers for that. Just a couple hours.
Well, I do have that blocked out on my calendar to be able to assist that night, so I'll be able to help out that day.
what I can do, if it makes it easier for you guys to coordinate, is I have a sign up genius. And so I can make different slots. I can make a slot for the Heritage Center booth down there and also for up here. Yes, Mr. Wall.
In previous years, we have done a concession stand for the car cruise. I have been asked again by Florida if this group wants to do that. We have pretty much everything in the basement that we would need to do that. Outside of, I certainly get a sheet and get the 300 hot dogs that we normally get. I'd go to BJ's and get the drinks donated in the snacks. But it's a chance for us to make some money. And it's an opportunity, and it's more manpower. It really is more manpower. So, but it's up to you guys. I need to give him an answer after this meeting. Because otherwise he's gotta go out and get somebody to do it.
Well, I know that in the past, Bruce and I, you and I started. And we've done a couple of years.
Yeah.
But we would need more than just the two of us. We
Yeah.
could probably get somebody.
Like last year, I helped get it set up. Okay?
Yeah.
And we put the stuff in the truck and got it down there and got it set up, and I think we even put a tent up. Okay, so, you know, certainly I can help you do that. I just can't be there all day.
Yeah.
What's the hours for
Time can you do that?
For the crew.
1 to 6.
This year it's from 3 to 6.
Typically, they're going by.
It's from 3 to 6
Three.
at Ashton Commons.
With the car crew,
Mhm.
well, which means that we would have to be set up about 2
2,
o'clock.
yeah.
2 o'clock, but we've never been there for six. We have closed it down, about an hour.
So that's about, I guess about 5, because
4:35.
you know, at the very beginning, everybody's buying hot dogs, everybody is buying snacks. Then, you know, we get through a good number of hot dogs. And
Yeah.
then it just drops. Because there's like 4 car cruises the same day.
Mhm.
So they go from ours to others,
Once they start to leave, nobody's buying hot dogs.
right?
Financially, do you think it's worth doing?
Well, I mean, Abby, if you get everything done and everything's gravy.
Mhm.
It's a matter of whether this group wants to commit the manpower that can be utilized at, you know, community day.
Now,
I'm willing to volunteer to help. I'm not, but they am willing to volunteer to help.
I'm not gonna tell a group what to do,
on this, September.
but
You
it's,
can do it, you can be there, Betty?
Yep, I'll be there. Just tell me what time.
We can get 300 people, I think we have a double, you need a couple different shifts in that. You know,
Now, I'll be down at the tent down here, so I know I'm gonna be there, so I won't be able to do that, so, because I'll be.
we're gonna do it and we'll figure it out.
Just let me know.
Okay,
John, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I just won't be able to assist that day, but
Rich,
Don and Rich,
Betty,
Don, Rich and Betty,
and
okay.
then we'll find someone else.
I may go over there for a little while and come back.
That would be great. Yeah.
I can help out on this side because I'll be doing the library things. I can come up here and help out with the.
At your age, to see.
Yeah, wear my t-shirts, so yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna take the t-shirts down in the red way.
okay, I can help you with that. That's it. Do you have what you need then, Joe? Good,
Yeah, it's all a little bit.
sounds
And
good.
then I'll start working on the donations from BJ's and sheets.
Everything's a buck.
Yeah.
It's even better than BJ.
Yeah, that is better, it's $1.50 there.
That's right.
Keep it all stuck. The only change is all goes. But people really spend money.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, if we're getting everything donated, your show accounts, and you're making an effort to raise money.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I got John, Rich, Betty, and Don as well, potentially there some of the
Yeah,
time.
okay.
All right, sounds good. Anything else? All right, October 4th house program. You want to give an update on that one?
Sure. Caitlin and I have been going back and forth about the house program. I drafted a flyer, so we were debating on the detail of what we want to offer people. I think I don't want to be misleading and say like, we're gonna do a house history of, here's what the inside of your house looks like. So we were just fine tuning that wording, and then we'll have a flyer for next meeting and we'll start advertising probably next week, because the event is October 4th.
You do realize you have some famous homes here.
Really?
Yes.
Like which ones?
Well, John LaRocca's house on Eagle Road.
Yes.
It was a mafia boss, legitimate spread camp.
Yep.
You have, there was a famous house, it was you know what, for the life of me, the doctor's name doesn't come to mind. But as you go out into our road, there is a pond.
Okay.
Maui,
Bowery. Mrs. Bowery was the first one to start light crafters here in the North Hills. She had a full-blown theater in the basement of that house.
Mm.
Then you have the Brun household on Harmony Road. That's where Phil Big Brun had his store. And his, across the street was Phil Big Brun lumber yard, Igor lumber yard.
Mhm.
So you have some famous homes there. You have a home where Mrs. Sokol stops on Route 19. As you go down towards, towards Target, okay? On the left-hand side, there are two homes. They're hidden off into the side. One was owned by a Colley family. That was a house that Mrs. Sokol stopped on her way out of the Allegheny County.
Wonderful.
Where were they caught?
I believe that they were caught like Saxon.
That's in Cumberland, but the county.
I thought it was Saxon.
Anything else you need from us for this? I think it's a great idea. And then to me, I'm viewing this as kind of
Yeah.
like a proof of concept, see how this works, and then it can grow from there or adjust based on how it all goes.
Once we have the details finalized, I'll share that with the group and then we'll put it online and start registering people. So.
Yeah, very innovative approach.
There are
right
other communities that do tours
Mhm.
for the holidays. That may be something that you.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. I'm gonna move next to number 4, just public comment, any other agenda items people want, that from today, just from a logistical standpoint.
So, Just to be, I have for the raffle tomorrow, 2 city step quotes that I got donated by Farrington Noble, so we're gonna raffle off 2.
Nice.
That is awesome. Thank you, Betty. This is like a superpower, let me tell you. I don't know how you do it, but you do it. So thank you. That sounds great.
The 2 people win.
And by the way, the raffle from last week, was generously donated, Donna would do it to my daughter, who immediately within 12 hours, it was used at the Dover Saddle. New riding crop and, treats for the horses. So it was, she said some for her, some for the horses. So thank you so much.
Thank you for speaking.
Yeah, it was great. Went well. All right, as far as the previous minutes, for the previous meeting, I did review those. To me, it sounds great, so I do need a motion to approve the previous minutes that went out in the email. Do I have a motion to approve those, or Kevin, I get a second? Suzanne, thank you so much. All right. And then real quick, just as far as the gala, now there will be a subcommittee meeting immediately following this one. Just like usual, folks are more than welcome to attend. So if you want to, so it's still November 1st at the Camelot in Wexford. And tickets are available for purchase online and on the town's website with on the HCC landing page. So I did check
Do you
that.
have any idea of how many tickets are sold?
Online, no.
Yeah, we haven't really advertised it just yet.
I don't think we put times down.
We don't really go into that until after.
Agreed. Yeah, so we do the full court press.
Be available at the booth that we have for the Heritage Center that people can purchase.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah. Or at a minimum, have it where they can,
Yeah, like a flyer.
or a flyer or a QR code.
Yeah.
A QR code.
Okay, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Have at least a QR code. Yeah, I do like that idea. At least a QR code.
Want everybody here just because their banquet is underwritten by somebody overseeing. This is money that we have that can be raised and give back into this place. And into the race. So I don't want anybody soft pedaling this and scaling down the efforts to get tables sold.
Awesome. Yep, sound, good advice. All right, I'm gonna move on then to number 7, just reports and updates from committees. From a marketing, communications, social media standpoint, not sure anything, Abby or Kevin, you want to mention on that at all?
I pulled the statistics from Facebook from the past month. We had 73,000 views. Our reach
70.
was 15.9 thousand and 25 new follows.
Nice.
And the most popular post that we had last month was about Wynwood Park, which isn't even in McCandless.
Cool.
But people loved to reminisce about Wynwood Park. It actually, the pool particularly, it is still there. It's still an operational summer camp. But we had a really old picture of people diving off the diving boards, and that got 5.6 thousand views, I believe. 63 interactions and 17 comments and 6 shares.
Nice.
The other top 5 would be, number 2 was today in things that aren't there anymore. DiPietro's, which was on the flats in Wexford. Number 3 was the mystery picture that Suzanne had sent out of Longview Acres, the Brown and Vaughn community over by Passivant area. Number 4 was about the carousel panels, and number 5 was about the ground round. So people love to talk about things that aren't there anymore, particularly food.
Very cool.
Restaurant.
Nice. Yeah, one other thing I did want to mention from the marketing standpoint, like the tour today, we were able to reuse like the overview video when people want to come in and just get an understanding. So just sit down and watch the 6-minute video and use the PowerPoints with all the pictures from the gala and everything that we used with the Rotary Club. So we're able to go through there and say, these are the 4 things, the mission, and that was kind of nice to be able to reuse it and have people sit down here when they get the tour. I don't know how you thought that went, Suzanne, but it seems like it sparked a lot of questions.
There's an overview of everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like added a little, I don't know, formality or something to get it started as far as here's the history of it, which is, and then you can go into the individual stuff. So I thought that worked well. All right, from a budgeting unless there's anything else on the marketing side. All right, budget standpoint, I'm not sure, Don, if there's anything else new on that front. Okay. All right, from a programming standpoint, we did talk about the house program. So if there's anything else you need, I think we're good there. Scanning program, so is that anything you want to mention? Or is that in addition, or is that in concert?
That would be a separate program. So I know Amy's been wanting to do a scanning program for years. And I came across a post on Facebook of another historical society in Ohio who was doing a scanning program. So I thought that could be something that we could plan on doing maybe early next year, especially with the McCandless 175, to invite people to bring in, you know, even your family picnic out at North Park, just pictures of that, just so we can build upon our library there. So we also have moved our scanning equipment up here to the library. So if you have something that you find in the library that you would like to scan and then transfer to, you know, you can bring your laptop or plug into your phone rather than taking a picture of it. We've moved our scanner there for public use as well.
Excellent.
So that program is in the future in development.
Got it.
love the help of them, because
Wonderful.
I planned it in my head so many times.
Okay.
I'd love to.
I limited them to like 5 pictures.
Okay.
We need a bunch of scanners and a bunch of volunteers and an intake form. It gives permissions
Right.
to use them, whatever, so.
I will follow up with you for sure.
Joe.
We got a phone call yesterday from Matt Shipley, who is a Iraq War veteran who has seen. He's a war veteran. 4 veterans that I don't know what they plan on doing. They are offering a picture of them in Iraq with their uniforms for display.
We're always looking for, we put out for, Memorial Day.
Mhm.
We did get one lady come in and show her parent who was in World War II, but the Iraq War, we didn't really have to.
These guys both did time in Afghanistan and Iraq. They've done several PhD. So I would recommend strongly that you take that and run with it, because, you know, this Veterans Day in particular, it's gonna have some.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Answer is, I think, yeah, absolutely, yes.
Mhm.
Right. Sounds great. All right.
Can I mention the, 23rd, the night we're having the Longview Acres Garden Club here, rent the building.
Mm-hmm.
And, somebody mentioned to me today about it being dark when they leave. And I was concerned, last year we had them, we brought lights in. It gets so dark here, and of course, we didn't have the lights yet. But they brought them in and it ran on a generator or something like that.
Joe, you have some thoughts?
First of all, I want to address that because during the fall, it shouldn't be that dark before 8 o'clock. I don't know how long they're running the facility for.
They're, till 8, is it 6?
I can look it up. I don't have it right in front of me. It's in the evening.
The reason that I'm addressing this now is because we've had some movement on the lights in the parking lot. It's probably not gonna be in time for that, but it will be done before Winterfest. The parking lot will be lighted. I can speak with Brad Ionescu, who is the director of the Department of Public Works. As we did for Santa, get the portable lights and put them here on the pad and light the parking lot for that.
Like about 40 old ladies. I mean,
Is it September 23rd?
and September 23rd, it's a Tuesday.
We already requested to put some outlets out here, so we might get that done before then. I mean, some electrical outlets so we can actually plug in case we want to do that.
But what they brought over they have a portable light standard.
Right.
Yeah.
They use the Rogers or whatever. And it's on a generator. It works out really well.
Okay.
Because we used
That
it for the
would work
first
really
one
well.
on Santa.
Yeah, I'll talk to them about whether we can get, we'll beat that time with getting the electrical outlets here. So we may not need power, we might just need the outlets, the lights themselves.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna move on then, just confirm speakers for 2026, as far as how we're looking. Is in March, Steve Cicero is gonna be talking about the history of Route 19. In April, Brady Kreitzer, French and Indian War, but other topics to choose from as well. He's got a new book that'll be coming out as well. I just added one in May. I just talked to the Roberto Clemente Museum. So we thought May would be a good time, given it's spring for baseball. Let's talk some baseball. So to have them come in and talk about the man in the museum, if that's okay with everybody. So we do that tentatively. So tentative for May. In August, Scott Barrett, Ross Park Mall's 40th birthday. In September, Dingley McCandless, again, we'll have to choose the topic. He has several to choose from. And then the NH genealogist, I don't think we have NH genealogist. We don't have a date on that just yet for the 26 or for 2026.
No, we can
I know it's ways off, so it's like,
pencil them in. I was thinking sometime in the spring. Oh, no, we were gonna try and base it around your program.
We haven't done it for so long because it's construction, but we used to do one in the fall and one in the spring. So I think we were gonna try and do this beforehand. Well, whichever way, it doesn't matter. Whichever one comes first, we'll advertise the other one.
Okay.
Should we have something to hand out, even if it's a long thing like this, to say what the rest of our programs are this year, and then put these down for next year? Other people have said to me that, I'd really like to know what they are, and if we had a few emails with
Sure.
us.
And put it on the site also.
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely got requests for that on National Night Out. So people were asking for that. And if you need assistance with that, Abby, I can assist.
Thanks.
All right, anything else we want to talk about for programming for 26? It's a pretty good head start.
Oh, you added the Clemente Museum.
Yeah,
Did you already talk about that?
I did talk about it, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, everybody's good with this, make sure, I can't see, we think it's good for spring. I thought it was May. So May 21 is what we penciled in.
Okay.
See, I think that'll be really good. May 21, that is correct. I don't appropriate. So it's appropriate. May 21 says something magical about that. Okay, so I'm going to shift gears from a volunteer perspective, Suzanne, before your update. I just wanted to say that Abby and I did get an email from Dan Coyne, and he's got for personal reasons, Dan is all class, but he did want to put in for his resignation. He's got other things going on that he won't be able to do it. Again, all class, very thankful, all of that, but he just wanted us to let us know in advance and tell him he will be resigning. So I'm not sure, Abby, anything else you want to mention? I know.
Yeah. Dan has been a wonderful volunteer to the Heritage Center since 2019. He and I started on the same day, actually.
No way.
So he has done a very wonderful job here.
Agreed.
And I've enjoyed working with him in every capacity. He will stay on the email list as a volunteer, so he might pop up again when he has the time. But for right now, he doesn't have the time to commit to the FDPC, so.
So I don't know how this works formally. Does it have to go to council or how does that work?
Yes, so
will.
council will vote for his resignation at this Monday's meeting.
Okay. Got
And
it.
then we'll need to find someone to fill his, the rest of his.
We'll have to advertise for 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the website, if anybody's interested here and being on board, just apply.
That can't go on the website until Tuesday morning.
Right,
Got it.
Can I see a couple?
until after.
I know, yeah, we will,
Until after. he
yeah, a
officially-
couple of people in mind.
Until after he officially resigns.
Right.
And anybody can apply, obviously, and then one person will be picked.
We do have a couple of people in mind. So, all right, and again, we want to thank Dan for his service. And it's been great. So, and again, all classes, I would say, is definitely very classy. All right, I'm gonna move on then to other volunteer updates. I'm not sure, Suzanne, are there any other volunteer updates that you want to?
Volunteer, Abby, did you send her an application?
Yeah, we had an interested student, I think she said, she at La Roche?
I'm not.
She's a
sure.
local student
Yeah.
and she is studying history and we are gonna plan to meet next week for an interview. And then if things work out, we'll have a brand new volunteer.
That'd be great. Excellent. Great to have somebody from La Roche as well. It's awesome, just that's a connection. That's great.
Might give you access to a lot more pictures.
You got it. Yeah, yeah.
That scanning thing might really come in handy.
Agreed. All right, moving on to the operations side of things. Not sure from the Heinz History Center, picking up the carousel panels. I know you've sent out many updates, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I reached out to them a couple weeks ago, just asking where the status of the carousel panels was. They had come earlier this year to examine them and take photos. They will be moving to the Heinz History Center as they were donated by the person who loaned them to us, to the Heinz History Center. They're gonna be sent out for conservation. And then they'll be on display at the Heinz History Center as a part of a local amusement park exhibition they're doing in 2026. So she told me that she was gonna come probably towards the end of September to pick up the carousel panel. But because we are HCAP members, we're able to borrow something from their collection to replace that space. So she suggested that we go online and look at their catalog. I don't know that, yeah, I don't know. Size wise, what we'll be able to find to fill that space, but certainly an exciting proposition
That
to
is.
be able to borrow something from the Heinz History Center.
To choose from, looking
There
at
are
it.
thousands of items on their online catalog. So we can meet afterwards to discuss what might best fit. Obviously, it has to be related to the North Hills area, but so.
Excellent. That sounds good.
Oh, and then once the panel is finished in the exhibition, she told us that it can return here. So it'll be on extended loan
Nice.
from the Heinz History Center.
Great. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, and I know I'm gonna keep rolling with you, Abby, on the BRIC program. So I know you.
The BRIC program is finally ready for launch. So it's on the website, on the Heritage Center, I believe, landing page. And I think John Bajerski was gonna make a news item about it as well. So you can purchase bricks online. They're $100. You can also purchase a brick using a paper form if you'd like to pay by cash or check. Still $100, and we have forms out front there. And a QR code is on that form as well if you want to pay online with your credit card. So
Excellent.
Should that be down at the,
yes,
uh?
yeah, I know. Yes, we'll sell those at Community Day. I haven't decided if we'll do that. We'll probably do that in the town tent.
Yeah.
Just for money handling reasons, if
Yes.
somebody comes. Not that, we're gonna sell a whole ton of them probably at Community Day.
That's it.
I know, I don't know why I said that out loud. But they are available and that's an exciting project. I tried to count to see how many were available, how many spaces.
Oh, is that
were
that was the
available.
numbers that were on? there?
Yeah, if you saw my.
Okay,
chart.
that's what I figured, like, we came up with it, but Abby's doing.
I got the 200 and then I got tired of counting and I was not even halfway
That's a
up,
lot.
so.
Okay,
there's
you got a
of
lot.
variety,
A lot of places.
a lot of places to put them, so.
Excellent. All right, sounds good. All right, then I'm gonna go next item is the Sears houses. Is that, I don't know.
Oh,
what that
yeah.
is. The Sears houses.
Oh, wait, we skipped over McCandless one.
Oh, I'm sorry, McCandless 175, you're right. Yeah,
McCandless 175 committee was finalized at last town council meeting, and we've got a wonderful array of representatives from the community, Kevin being one of them. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kevin. And Amy from the library, who was voluntold to be on this. That's above my pay grade. That is not. Anyway, we've got representatives from the Sisters of Divine Providence, from La Roche. We've got a new resident who has lived in the town only for 1 year. We've got a student from Nash. and someone representing the North Allegheny Foundation and also the Library Foundation. So it's an
Wow.
exciting group of people.
It's gonna be a great year.
Yeah.
Great. That is awesome.
So that will launch next week. We have our first meeting next week. And I've got lots of ideas churning in my head that I need to get out.
I bet you do.
Yes.
I bet you do.
About the Sears houses, a woman reached out via email. She had some old photos of her uncle, I believe, who worked for McCandless DPW in the sixties. So it was him in trucks that said McCandless Township on the side and the DPW garage, which were really cool. Oh, yeah.
Who was it?
I'll look it up and let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, Dawn would know who that is. She also mentioned that she lives in a Sears house in McCandless.
Yeah.
And she and I are gonna meet next week to discuss the Sears houses in general. She knows of a couple other sort of kit houses that exist in McCandless. So maybe I should
Abby,
link you in on that.
Abby,
too.
those houses on Route 19, there's 3 or 4 houses, you know, with
Behind the
Memorial, there's Memorial Drive.
Yeah.
I believe those are Sears houses.
Oh, across from CCA.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I would love to know that. That's super cool.
Yeah, I think
That's
that does make a lot of sense.
It's not.
Hmm.
Was born in one of those houses.
Okay, that is super cool.
Not in the house, I guess, but when he was a little kid, yeah.
I've been explaining to my daughter the Sears catalog recently, as like in comparison to Amazon's.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
to say, but-
so I will share information. I don't know if she has photos. But yeah, an exciting
When you
connection.
find that name, I mean,
Yeah.
that would be
Got
great.
a call from the woman who owns that house on Ingmar that is always shown in the big white house. It's for sale.
Yes,
Oh, did you mention her?
that was at last meeting. She
Oh.
posted on Facebook because I posted an old historic photo of it and she
Yeah.
just said, oh, that's my grandma's house or my house and it's for sale. You can buy it. Which was also pretty neat.
All right, last item I have on there is the garden tour. So is that, who wants to play point on that? Do you want Suzanne play point?
We've had a couple meetings about that. One, problem that we have, and I have not gotten hold of Ingmar yet. But we don't have, from what I understand, from our manager, that we don't have insurance for that. Now, it kind of, surprises me with so many things that are off campus that we do, even just.
So our insurance would cover any programs that we do here at the town. You just wanted to know how the other garden clubs operate their insurance. It wasn't a straight, no, we
Okay.
can't do that, we can't cover it.
Should be some.
Yeah. And it's a matter of just asking how the other garden clubs
They're-
operate.
Yeah, well,
insurance-wise.
the Ingmar Garden Club belonged to an organization of garden clubs, and they would have insurance, but the other garden clubs don't have that. So we did get a time in it's early July that it would be, thinking of when flowers would be the best. And, you know, I think most of the work will be like through the winter rather than, you know, we're trying to get the insurance for sure. That's our biggest stumbling block right now.
Essentially, you can get event insurance.
Okay.
Like if we have a softball tournament, that is an event insurance.
Okay.
So it would be pennies on the dollar. And it would be for a specific time
And
period.
it's just one day.
So if it's one day,
Yeah.
you're gonna take whatever the insurance policy would be for 365 days. You're ready for one day.
Right.
There would be. Name all the locations. You'd have to name all the locations, and there would be probably a processing fee and all that,
Process of what?
a processing fee.
Oh,
So you know, it's not gonna be exactly 100 or, you know,
365.
365. Thanks. But, you know, there's gonna be some fees involved in it Well, but like your homeowner's insurance. Your homeowner's insurance probably costs you $150 a year. Okay. This is no different.
We talk about charging $20 to $25 to, so they told me, because we're having people pick up the maps and everything, they said, we're prepared for 200 and some people.
Wow.
And
So here.
huh?
So here.
Sure.
At additional insurance costs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was shocked, but.
Wow.
And I know my brother has to have the card. One year he had 600, and that was when they brought the buses.
Wow, my, okay.
Share the library does.
Yes, and we have somebody here from Shaler. And he's been whispering in our ear about things. So that's helpful, you know, and these other ladies too. They really, there's one lady who's done a lot of them, and so she's kind of there with all the papers and everything, which is nice because she has plans and it won't all be up to us. Hopefully they'll work out with what we want.
Right. Okay, that's all I had on the agenda. Anything else anybody wants to talk about today?
Well, it's August, leading if you love your library month, so I don't mind speaking out.
Yes, please.
September will be chock full of opportunities to support any local library in Allegheny County, but in particular, Northland is hosting what is now an annual event on murder mystery, which is so popular. We're doing 2 nights in a row, Friday, September 5th, whatever that first Friday is in September. That one's nearly sold out. There's a few more tickets available on the 6th.
How much are the tickets? Oh. I mean, wow.
They're about $30. That's 25, 30 is light orders. I had a lot of fun.
I've never gone and I just thought.
Awesome.
The Children's Gala will be Saturday, September 20th, which is just a boatload of fun for kids. Generally, we say kind of toddler age up to about middle school age is the prime target for that. And then we have a very special program on September 30th. It's titled Paw the Forgotten Fruit, with a special guest speaker helping us out with that program, and hopefully make things of pawpaws.
We already had it
We have
here.
lots on the tree, put it that way. Lots of pawpaws.
I love that you're having that program. That is great.
Started playing them last
Love it.
harvest.
I started counting them and I lost count.
Love it. Excellent. How's it going? I gotta ask, how's it going on the 100%?
I didn't, did I? We're getting close. We had a punch list walkthrough last Friday, so
Wow.
still have some work to do on our sprinkler system. We're hoping, you know, we're doing all the final touches and everything, but then there's a whole bunch of final inspections and you can't schedule them until this work is done. So I'm hoping maybe we open the course at the end of September.
Oh,
No,
My compliments to your crew, though. We're there a lot and we're still, I mean, it's still going. Like everything's just, everything's going great.
the construction fencing is down. I was in a meeting this afternoon right before coming here, and they had finally done the pavement, and I walked out, we were taking some folks through our coffee vendors for the cafe through the space, and I looked out the window, I said, oh, they painted the lines on the new asphalt. That just happened while we were
Nice.
meeting, so it's something getting done every day, so.
That's great. That is awesome. Great. Thank you. Yeah, Joe.
I want to remind everybody that you have a 501c3 disposal. This organization, the FDPC, is a nonprofit as designated by the town. We can't really take in funding and give tax benefit because you're not truly a 501c3. Years ago, there was the McCandless Community Association, and it sat dormant for about 6 years. I revised it back in 23, after consultation with Abby and town solicitor. We put it through the paces at the state level. And I have a copy of it. This says the Friends of Northern Allegheny Heritage and Cultural Center. We actually named it Friends of the Camelus. The reason being that in a 501c3, you can do a lot of different things with it and effectuate a lot of things across the board. If we just put the Friends of Northern Allegheny Heritage and Cultural Center, it would just be focused. We have the ability to have people donate and get tax benefit from this. You also have the benefit of being able to use this nonprofit to go out and purchase things. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that.
Joe, that money, could it be used on this building? The fact that this
Yes.
building is not owned by that.
Yes, it could be, but that's a separate agreement between the town and the FDPC.
Okay, well, how about outside events? We can use it. No problem.
Realistically, if it has to do with the operations of this establishment. Good to go.
Thanks. All right, anything else anybody wants to talk about before I ask for a motion to adjourn? Hey, I want to just once again reiterate from the thank you note about the power of the volunteers. I know you all have a million things going on, so I really appreciate everybody's time. And again, the thank you note that we got from people coming in here, I think exemplifies that. So thank you, folks. And with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion. to
John,
adjourn.
thank you. Do I have a second? Kevin, thank you so much. All right. Thank you, folks. We are going to have an informal subcommittee meeting afterwards. Stay around if you want, but definitely not